Good evening, everyone. My name is Biomechanics from WNIT 12 News, and we have some breaking news. Are you experiencing back pain when you exercise? Are you becoming frustrated because you can't exercise without pain? Our health and fitness specialist here at WNIT 12 News, Marian Daniel, has found a cause to this phenomenon. Let's check in with her to find some answers to this question. Marian? Thanks, Bio. Yes, many people have been experiencing back pain from using free weights without proper technique, especially when performing a deadlift. Serious injury can come about when there is an increase of the shear forces acting on the lumbar spine. Shear forces, for those who may not know, are the forces acting perpendicular to a joint. These forces are the most detrimental when it comes to doing a lift, so you want to minimize those as much as possible. We do that by trying to keep the weights as close to our center of mass as possible. This reduces the moment arm and makes executing the lift much easier on the lumbar spine. An article published in the Strength and Conditioning Journal by Dr. Michael Hales discussed this. The purpose of the article was to examine the deadlift and to improve it. He investigated the biomechanical constraints of doing this exercise, which are differing lengths of the arms and legs in each person who contributed to the article research.
Today, I decided to give you guys a diagram of what a proper lift should look like and show you what a bad lift looks like in order to keep you guys from hurting yourselves like your lower back, like I've mentioned before. In this picture, we have two different people. One has short arms and legs, and the other has long arms and legs. In the short arms and legs, you can see that there is a slight difference between the two. The person with the short arms and legs is slightly more upright and is going deeper into the squat, ensuring that they have their shoulders in front of the bar, which is signified by that red line. Keeping the shoulders above the bar makes sure that the weight is as close to the center of mass as possible, and this reduces those shear forces as I was speaking about earlier. The person on the right, however, has a larger angle at the knees and at the hips. This shows that the person isn't as upright in their lift. Some people think that that's not a good lift because they see that the person is bent over more and they think that's improper. However, this taller person cannot go deeper into that lift. The main focus that we're looking at is ensuring that those shoulders are in front of the bar so the weight is as close to the midline as possible. As I said earlier, I said I would provide a bad example of a deadlift, and this is the case. You can see there is a short arm legs and there is a long arms and legs example. The person with the short arms and legs is sitting up even more upright than in the previous example. However, the shoulders have now gone behind the bar. Once that person tries to perform the lift, tries to stand up using his legs, the person will lean backwards. That will put more of an emphasis on the back and would be detrimental and cause serious injury if they use very high weights. The same with the person on the right, the taller person. This person is sitting more in the squat, however, the weight is far away from the body and the shoulders are significantly further back than they're supposed to be. Those shoulders are supposed to be in front of that red line, however, they are way too far back. If that person tried to lift that weight up, they would fall and they could cause serious injury to their lower back. Now let's look back at that good example in order to make sure that people get the right idea of how to perform a proper deadlift. Again, you can see that the shorter person has the more extreme angles, but that's okay because the shoulders are in front of that bar. The person with the longer legs has less extreme angles, but those shoulders are in front of the bar, keeping that weight as close to the midline as possible. Now, there are a bunch of other lifts that require safety and proper technique, so this is just one example. We need to remember that using free weights can sometimes be dangerous if you're not using proper technique. Learn how to do lifts in the proper way.
You know, Bio, I have experienced some extreme back pain in my life, and it's no joke. Let's hope that these better techniques will ensure safer lifting habits. Yes, let's hope that, Marian. From WNIT 12 News, I'm Biomechanics. Good night.